I moved here, I didn't have a job. And I don't know if people remember 1970, but all of a sudden, nobody needed an engineer. There was just no jobs. And one Sunday, one of my sister-in-laws was visiting me here in Moore. We hadn't moved out the house yet. And she said they're hiring technicians at OG&E. So Monday I went up to OG&E, and sure enough, they said, we've already hired one, and we don't do two in a week, so we'll hire you next week. So I went to work at OG&E as a technician. And when my wife started getting ill, I worked there 17 years, and I told them I had to retire so I could take care of her. So what it worked out to is they doubled my retirement, and they let me retire the date I'd asked for. Everybody else was going to retire in October, and I went ahead and retired 30th of June, and I got a double my retirement pay from OG&E. Well, my boss called me up. He says, "You like this guy?" I know. I said, "How do you figure that out?" And he said, "Getting your retirement pay doubled just for no reason at all." I said, "Well, let me tell you." I says, "All my life, the good Lord's watched over me, and you got in on this same retirement pay. So he's helping you too." And he said, "You might be right." So probably the biggest impression on my life was my mother. To be worried about my neighbor, to be diligent and watchful and resourceful. And she never said anything about that. She just did it. And I don't even think anything of giving, because the Lord has given me so much, I don't worry about it. If they're retired, they can direct their IRA to the church, their distribution. If they're over 70 and make a distribution, if they give it to the church, they don't have to pay taxes on it. And I've started doing that myself. I spent a lot of time with the youth after my wife passed away. I went with 6 or 8 mission trips with the youth. And sometimes I'd drive the bus, sometimes I just helped out. And I must have made an impression on some of them, because we always had a good time.
I hear